Hey, thank you for watching my channel. I am the Divine Maverick. Wow. Also known as the mother of twins. Woo! Helping you along your twin flame journey. I woke up this morning with divine masculine on my heart, wrestling with blame, needing to accept responsibility for what has happened, accept their part. Something just fell. They need honesty. They need, hold on. Fear just fell on the floor. Oh, God. Fear and forgiveness, empathy, gratitude. We'll take it. All right, one by one, let's do these affirmations. As I say these, um, if you're praying for your divine counterpart, and I believe that you are, I hope that you are, then say at this. I accept responsibility for my well-being. So DM, accept responsibility for your well-being. They're dealing with blame, trying to balance their emotions. And so they're blaming themselves for what's happening with their children or what has happened with their money or in their families or on their job or with a job of what I'm hearing. But they're needing to accept responsibility for own their part and not blame other people for their lot in life. Okay, they're also needing to be honest with the people around them. They need to be honest with themselves. It says I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So that's your prayer. Be honest, be a person of integrity, be a person of truth, right? And this also can apply to you, divine feminine, as you are watching this. Remember, you are a divine masculine as well. So you need to be honest with yourself about certain things. Maybe you need to be honest with yourself about this person and what you can and cannot do, what you will and will not give, what you will allow and what you can no longer settle for or receive from them. You know what I mean? What you will no longer tolerate. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. But blame. It's not the divine masculine that's holding up your life, divine feminine. It's not the divine masculine that is mistreating you because they're whatever. You know what I mean? It's very good to counsel or analyze what they're doing, but don't forget you're dealing with the shadow part of yourself. So therein lies, a responsibility for you, divine feminine, to know that you can't blame other people for your lot in life, your situation. If your heart is breaking, it's not because this person is doing it. It's because of what you are allowing yourself to be exposed to. All right, even in your openness, but at the same time, you have discernment, right? You have wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. Fear. So the divine masculine is trying to balance the emotions because they are afraid, probably afraid of moving forward, probably afraid of letting go of what they know, their comfort zone, stepping out of their comfort zone, probably afraid of stepping up, because with you, especially where you are divine feminine, they need to come up to where you are. Back in the day or before, you probably would dial back or dial down just to agree to come to some sort of agreement or some sort of what is it? Not cohabitation. That may be a word. Some of y'all might live together, and it's just like, listen, but commingling, cooperation. Thank you. There, I knew it would come. So some sort of cooperation, you dial back, but now you're not going to come back down. Okay, whatever you've been through, divine feminine, you have earned your stripes, if you will. You've been through some battles, you've won, you've seen yourself with some major victories in healing, some major victories in your growth and development. So you're not going to go back, right? So the divine masculine is afraid to. There's a fear of taking the bull by the horns, and whatever that means. So there might be an Aries, taking the bull by the horn. So also forgiveness. Divine masculine needs to let go of the past. They need to get over the betrayal, get over the heartache, get over the sorrow, the regret, get over the anxiety, get over the worry. They need to forgive people that have hurt them in the past because their past has nothing to do with you. They need to forgive themselves for what they've done to others when they knew they could have done better or could have done more. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. They also need to have empathy. They need to learn how to see both sides of the situation. I'm dealing with a divine masculine, or seeing a divine masculine that is blaming divine feminine for wanting love or needing their love. I'm seeing a person that is, gaslighting. I'm seeing, someone that is saying it's not all about you. Look what I'm going through, and it's like they need to understand and empathize with everyone around them. It's not just about living in a bubble or uh, uh, moving along with tunnel vision, and all they see is their pain, and all they see is their hurt, and all they see is their desires. They have to realize that there's more around them, and it's time to really just face things head on. Gratitude, and just be happy. Gratitude is, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. This divine masculine needs to learn I call it the ministry of gratitude, and that's being thankful in everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Whatever they've been through, it comes to a sum total of who they are right now. You know what I mean? And so that's a message that is pretty much for the collective. Even the things that you've done that bring you either shame or grief, or that make you afraid of trying again, or expanding, you have to just be grateful for everything that has ever touched your life, everyone you have ever encountered, and that gratitude let spirit know, I get it. I see the lesson. I see your hand. I see your guidance. I see the bigger picture, because that's what's needed here. The divine masculine, in order to balance these emotions, they need to see the bigger picture. Because I keep seeing this tunnel before me. That's what it looks like I'm looking at. And really, to be even more specific, what I'm seeing now is the train that goes through a tunnel. And can you imagine when you see the train going through the tunnel, and then all of a sudden you don't see the train because it goes through, and in that tunnel, you can imagine it's nothing but darkness. And you know how there's nothing but darkness. So on either side, it's just black. So that's how this masculine feels. They don't see anything on either side of them. They don't see a way out. They don't see a way in. You know what I mean? And because, but they're moving, and they're chugging along. Some of them, right, like a train. And but at the end of the tunnel, like they see way down in the distance, a very, very small, like a pin, the size of a pin top, a light, or a pin head. It's a very, very small point of light down, 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 down. And they're moving, and they are moving closer to this light. But in the meantime, it's like their darkness, the war, and it's the classic war between good and evil, between what you know that is right to do and what you have always done. You know what I mean? Those darker energies, like addictions, like the blame, like the fear, like the forgiveness, or the unforgiveness, or the resentment, or the betrayals, or the memories of past lovers that didn't pan out, and just the fear of making the same mistake, the fear of, will I have enough to support my family, support my children, support my you know my needs, get support my desires. So we can empathize easily, divine feminine, with the emotions being all over the place. I mean, come on, what the emotions being all over the place? Of course, know it. I wrote it. You know what I'm saying? We can identify with that, but that's what's going on with the divine masculine. Let's get just a closer look. A closer look. Wow. Of course it is. Emotions are running high. All right. Emotions are running high. And a supermoon is like a high, high, high energy. Super, you can imagine. Put a super in front of the moon, like you put a super in front of your natural. What do you get? You get a lot of power. You get a lot of energy, right? Okay, so they need to step out of their comfort zone. Of course, they're like I said, that's that fear part, that fear piece, and also the energy is gaining momentum, and so they're moving, they're not stopping. Thank heavens, but last one, communication is key. So they need to talk about it. They need to open up to you, divine feminine. They need to start to trust the divine feminine that is in their lives. They need to start to trust the divine feminine that is within themselves. Trust their intuition, which is telling them we've got to do something different. Anytime you see the North Node, that is who you are actually supposed to be in this life. That is your best foot forward, if you will, and that is the part of you that's supposed to come that come to the forefront. And for a lot of people, it is very scary, because if you have known to be kind of quieted in the cut, or you want to just play the back, then your North Node may be something like Leo or Capricorn, where you work hard and you're out there and you're grinding, or you're speaking, or you're leading. And it may be just a bit uncomfortable deep, deep down. Now, you're supposed to be doing that, but there's something in you that is like, I don't know, what if? And it all goes back to the judgment of others, or the fear of criticism, which all feeds back into whatever you experience coming up. Who reared you? What did you see as a child? What were the dynamics of the family? How did you how was failure handled, or how was mistakes? How were you punished when you did something wrong? You know what I mean? All of those things come into play, and this divine masculine is all over the place, because everything is happening just like the time, past, present, future, happens all at the same time. Time is not, it's a concept, it's not real, it's an illusion, right? It's just something for us as humans down here on this earth to just kind of be able to cycle through different lessons and different stages of our lives, right? But time is happening all at the same time. Past, your present, and your future all comes to bear simultaneously. So this divine masculine is feeling a lot of pressure all at the same time. That's that tunnel I keep seeing, and the walls of the tunnel. It's like life. It's like things are not gonna, things that used to lie dormant for this masculine are no longer lying dormant. Like insecurities, and again the fear and the doubt that comes, and even the grief over losing something, because these divine masculines, this collective, this energy that I'm picking up, is afraid of losing, like, status, afraid of losing um, face. They're trying to save face. So, ego is at play here, and emotions are running high. They're all over the place. Let's look at. Actually, I need to get a card for right in the center. Holy Spirit, anchor us, please, with a card for the center, please. Anchor us, please. No, not that deck. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. I gotta, just told me to change. Okay, so I think that's pretty much the message. But let me just get like one card on each. But let me get one card for the middle, just to anchor this, because in the physical world, they are trying to, they're needing very, very much to make an action, to do something. They need to do something different. Doing the same thing, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. And this masculine has been acting a bit insane, let me say, because they have been doing that. Ooh, gosh. And there is the sink. But they have been acting a bit, I'm gonna say, out of their gourd. Thanksgiving might be a sink for somebody, but here you be dealing with a Pisces, and like I said, it's class of 2021. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. This is card 21, but the moon is about following their intuition. This, in this deck, this moon is about feminine intuition. This is about knowing, just knowing things. Somebody, I be knowing stuff. Somebody said, I just be knowing stuff, and they need to follow their intuition. They need to trust their intuition. And I am picking up a little bit about secrets. Let me just look at the bottom, the tree. Yeah. See, there are family secrets that are also plaguing this divine masculine. And some of those family secrets could be, mental abuse, or physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse. Did I say that already? And, just things that they are dealing with that stem from their family line, things like the rejection that comes, or the insecurity, or the jealousy. Like, some of these masculines need to talk about the jealousy. That's another thing that keeps their emotions in balance. And you couple that with, paranoia, or suspicion, or, severe trauma, where they have a difficulty kind of attaching to people. They remain detached in order to keep themselves, safe. You know what I mean? And that's been a pattern for them. And they're coming face to face with this their family tree. Wow, this is card number 23, which is a 5, right? So big changes need to happen. Family changes are happening also with this divine masculine, and maybe divine feminine. You don't know about these big family changes that are happening. These, because they're not communicating with you, right? So anyway, it's about trusting their intuition. Emotions are running high. Get one on there. This is indolence. This is the 8 of Cups. Their emotions are running high because they're in a relationship with somebody else, or they're doing a job that they no longer even care. Apathy has set in. Indolence is just, you just don't care. There's nothing left. That's literally you sitting there, a shell of a person. So whoever they are interacting with, the people that are around them, they see that they're there, but their mind is somewhere else. They're talking, but their words are vacuous. They might be looking at at the people, but behind their eyes, it's vacant because they are not themselves. They are not self-possessed. Okay, they are not in control of how they of their emotions anymore because they don't have emotions about this. This is a Eight of Cups energy. Like I said, Pisces is out here twice, Cancer, Scorpio, but Eight of is Pisces definitely. But they are walking away from a situation. They are not happy on their jobs, and they may be drinking because that's some brown liquor right there. And they may be, they have a plan, but the plan is everywhere. Like this is a desk that needs to be cleaned off. You know what I mean? The cups have spilled over. You know what I mean? And look, this is like a tower almost to me. All right. And so I feel like they are emotionally detaching from a situation, but they're hiding behind addictions that could be, alcohol. It could be, it doesn't have to be, but they're using something to help them deny their emotions. And that's another thing that's keeping them imbalanced. All right. All right. And they definitely, let me give it one more on that Eight of Cups. Three of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Three of Pentacles. I just, that looks like a pentacle to me. The Empress card. And it could have something to do with like the mother of their child. Yes, it could have something to do with their own mother. Like I said, you have family things coming on up here with trying to deny. And that's the thing. Maybe they did not feel close to their mother. They might have a mother wound and they don't feel close to their mother. They may even harbor a lot of resentment from their mother, from their childhood, or even from in utero when they were in the womb, because perhaps their mother didn't want them, or it was an unplanned pregnancy, or we could just run the gamut with this. But these are some of the things that are coming to me now with this is Libra energy. It just could be that they're walking away from a Libra that you know is preventing them from having a life, starting a new life. Okay. And or has been preventing them from starting a new life, because whatever it is, the emotions are running high with this divine masculine, because they are out of balance in, and they need to trust their intuition. The Empress card is also about the female. It's strong, high feminine power. The Empress trusts her intuition because the Empress knows how to create. The Empress knows how to produce. The Empress knows how to care for herself and others. All right, I'll leave it right there. Step out of your comfort zone. That's what they need to do. Futility. Seven of Swords, and this is getting out of their mindset that says this will never work or this will never be. I'm seeing 42 in this card. I don't know why that looks like a 42 to me, but 9 is also a sync for somebody. The letter S, I am also seeing. Number 7 is about completions. Number 7 is also about, it's a happy number. It's a number about, forward movement and something good, lucky 7 even. So I feel like this person, if they would just simply get their thoughts together, stop being in a delusion or an illusion about how they feel and what they want, I feel like they could step out of their comfort zone. They could balance their emotions and kind of move forward. But right now, it's Seven of Swords. It's them staying in their head, and also this is that lack of integrity card. This card, Seven of Swords, is Aquarian energy, and it could be somebody that is manipulative, or somebody that is kind of like a thief, and it could even be like a mind, somebody that I'm hearing the word Svengali, like somebody that just has mind control. So they could even be dealing with a mom that kind of controls them and keeps them back, keeps them bound with emotional manipulation, or it could just be all out, force, like overriding their will or whatever. But there's a manipulation and deception going on in this masculine's life, and it keeps them very much off balance. Seven of Cups, there it is again. Too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing. They're hiding with addictions, because you see that these cups, all these little mixed drinks. Okay, that's definitely a thing. Somebody drinks a drink that looks like this. I don't know what that is, but you can look at that picture and see. You're like, oh my gosh, is that a margarita? It might be a margarita, yes. And Louisiana is also a sink here. Hawaii may be a sink, because I'm seeing like the flowers that go around the neck. Is that pronounced lei? I believe it is LEI. That's what I'm seeing. But I'm also seeing Mardi Gras beads in this. But I'm seeing partying. You know what I mean? They're doing too much. You know, they're drinking a lot because this is debauchery. That's everything. It could be all kinds of addictions like greed and materialism, but they need to step away from what they used to do or how they used to be, because in the past it was over. Um, I'm definitely seeing a gambler here, but it was just overdone. You know what I mean? They overdid it in their lives, and they need to stop. You know, they need to stop, because actually, I do feel like there's a chemical dependence here, and that's what's keeping their emotions out of balance, and that's what's also keeping them from stepping forward. You know, the train is moving, but with the tunnel I was talking about, those dark walls, it's those addictions and those darker energies that pull them, like the greed and the overindulgence and the excess, right? And it could be somebody they're connected to that enables them to be in this energy as well, and they need to get out of that, right? Because whoever they were connected to did not call them to the carpet or make them uh come up and do better. You know what I mean? So let's see. The energy is gaining momentum. All right. Right. Looking for peace. So this is the truce. If they are in competition or dealing with somebody that's trying to control them, I feel like they want peace, and they're starting to gain their strength. Four of Swords is a card about healing, but in this particular deck, it's called a truce, and that just means the end of the struggles. That just means the end of going back and forth with somebody and deciding they're not going to fight anymore. So I do feel like they're more leaning towards trying to find or get that balance, but they're going to need to. Let me put one more on that one. Woo! Y'all. I'm sorry, you guys. 10 of Swords. Yeah, like I said, they are in the process of ending. Is that a syringe? I did say chemical dependence, didn't I? I see a syringe in this card. I do. Reba Siti Manda Karabo Shandada. But the Ten of Swords is an ending. They are definitely getting they're finishing. This is ruin. All right. This card is called ruin. Something is is about to be ruined, and something is in ruins. And like I said, the end of a ruin, ruinous thoughts, even the end of wow. Darkness. This is a very dark card. Look at that. The colors. It's a very dark card, but it's the end here. The energy is gaining momentum for an ending. Okay, so there's something with the Eight of Cups on the top. There's something that they are definitely ending, and then communication is key. That's they know they need to do that. You know what I mean? Pleasure. If they talk to you, here's Six of Cups. If they talk to you, you will be able to understand. If they talk to you about their childhood or share with you what they're feeling, because there's something about you that is very familiar, right? There's something about you that that brings them balance and harmony, right? It's your love, it's the feeling that they've known you before, it's the connection that you guys have, and it's also again pleasure. All right, so the Six of Cups in this deck is pleasure, and it will bring back the closeness. You see how those hands are interlocked? It'll bring back the closeness in this relationship, the feeling of camaraderie and partnership. All right, if this person could be a Scorpio, talks to you. All right, got definitely a water sign. Seven of sword. Eight um, is justice. All right, this is a card about, and that's Libra energy. This man looks like a security guard or some kind of court officer or some sort of official. Like it could be military, it could be fireman, but your person could wear a uniform. This masculine wears a uniform, and they could even again work in the Justice Department. And it also, I feel like if they told you about their past, maybe they were incarcerated or had brushes with the law in the past, and that haunts them, and they blame themselves for what they did in their past. I do feel that they need to talk to you about it, or they need to talk about that. Bring that to light, bring that to the surface, and integrate that into who they are now. They need to talk about their failures, what they deem as failures in their life. You know what I mean? That's the card. You know, they need to talk about the dark night of the soul. And here's that. See all this darkness in this card? And there's a little silhouette of a person. And this, you know, it's like a cat up here. You know what I mean? That's a cat or an animal. And then these Merkabahs. But I'm saying this person, that's not a person. It sure looks like it, but that's a building actually. But that looks like a hooded figure to me. Oh my gosh. And I know you're gonna say that. Doesn't that look like a hooded figure? Anyway, I feel like this masculine gets shrouded in darkness. You know what? Wow. Anyway, and they need to communicate about that. They need to communicate about them being in this dark tunnel rather than, you know, probably emotionally detaching from you. All right. I'm gonna leave it right there. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. I know that's right. They need to stand in their power, and they'll find that they'll have victory if they do. All right, because that wreath almost looks like it's on his head, doesn't it? It almost looks like little horns, right? Little devil horns. They need to get out that devil energy and stand in their power. They need to take control of their life, and this is like a seal. You know, this is a public speaker. This is somebody with. This is a man of authority. And I believe that's what this person knows that they're supposed to be. This masculine knows that they're supposed to have authority and not feel like they're being trapped or being held back or being controlled. All right. They need to stabilize themselves. They need to balance their emotions. They need to take charge. Look, this man's fist is clenched. And you could tell if he was on that lectern speaking, he would be boom, boom, boom. You know, this masculine needs to speak up. Okay. Speak up about what's going on within them. All right. They need to communicate with you. And perhaps they will do that. Perhaps they will. Perhaps they will. Okay. Let me get a card to close, you guys. I didn't pull it out before because I was just gonna. You know what? I feel like I want to use the mystical shaman deck because I feel like this is going to be a kind of a deeper message or deeper advice from spirit. So let me just get this for you real quick. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. The rattle. Ooh, the rattle. I like that. And there's another 7. Y'all see that's number 43, right? In the energy. This is from the mystical shaman deck. Like I said, I'm going to it, you guys. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. All right, the rattle. The rattle is the spirit caller, which carries the shaman's prayer to the 4 directions. The body of the rattle is like the earth spinning on its axis. I know that's right. And I feel like this masculine feels like they're spinning around. They're feeling like they're being stabilized by spirit, but they're spinning. The emotions are spinning. But anyway, with the aid of the rattle, the medicine woman instills a desired destiny in her future, closing with the prayer, "Great Spirit, may your will be done." And the rattle guides us to pray for all the earth, not just for our personal needs. When we offer prayers for the highest good of all, everything we need is provided for us. So the rattle comes to invite you to work with the tools of the spirit, but be careful. They are very sharp and can hurt you and others if they are not used mindfully. Set your old tools aside. Yes, leave the past behind. Step out of your comfort zone and into your destiny, and take up the drawing instruments of spirit. So this divine masculine is being encouraged to put your old ways behind you, put the old methodology in the past, because spirit is telling you how to win in the spiritual way, not the carnal way, not in your flesh and not in your ego for divine masculine. It says that you are consciously stepping into partnership with the divine. And this is the time for courageous deeds. Do not let your hesitation get in the way of your expression. Again, don't let fear hold them back, or don't let fear hold you back, divine masculine. Step into your power, speak your heart, share your heart and mind with those around you that love you. And also, it's not just about you, it's about understanding everything around you and everyone and how they've played a part, and finding that gratitude for everything. Every lesson was a blessing. Every lesson was a blessing. That is the mantra. That is the affirmation. That is the belief system that needs to be put in place to replace all this other stuff that we saw earlier in the read. But the rattle is here, and it's co-creating, and it's coming into allegiance with God. And that's what divine masculine is starting to do and needing to do. Come into allegiance with God and put the old ways behind, and use the tools of the spirit to get what you want and get where you need to be. All right, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I hear that choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Anyway, You guys pray for your divine masculines, pray for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Take care of yourselves and each other till we meet again. Bye.